Alright, ladies and gents, we're back here with another video. This time we have background noise. Hopefully not too distracting or too loud, but it is hot here. It's ridiculously hot. Short version is I want to try and cover what I'm thinking as I'm leveling and what a brand new character makes, or at least what I do with brand new characters every season. Hopefully it helps some blind people understand what you should be looking for when you build a character, as far as like leveling. Endgame and stuff like that's different. But for now, we're leveling. So we have a fresh level 1 Necromancer here. I've already enabled a pet. I put on a custom town portal. I put on my doggy backpack. You know, just some fun like cosmetic stuff that I can't see, but the town portal at least has sound changes. But the big thing is the pet. The pet will pick up materials and pick up good things. I'm gonna turn that off. But yeah, so right now I have no skill points in my tree at all, right? But I do have renown, so I will reclaim the renown. And I'll get some skill points and I'll walk through like what I'm thinking. Okay, so skill points. Let's go over to
New notification. You changed your controller profile. Pod. Character abilities. Left shoulder. Unlock skills within bone splinters. Basic. Equals bone splinters.
What
basic. Bone.
do I want?
10. Bone splinters. Bone splinters. Bone spear. 4. Bone splinters. Basic abilities. Left shoulder button. Available points. 11. Enhanced. Acolyte and Appos. S-Read. Read forms of gold center. Bloodlands. 4. Blood. Read. Enhanced read. If an enemy hit by read dies within 2 seconds, you gain 30% plus attack speed for 4 seconds. Not yet learned. Read. Basic. Dark. Basic skills deal damage and are always available. Hemorrhage. Basic. Blood. Basic. Read. Basic. Read. Enhanced read. If an enemy. Enhanced
That's
read.
right, I like
If an enemy
read.
Acolyte and Appos. S-Read. Read forms of gold center. The first enemy hit can only occur every 4 seconds. Bloodlands. 4. Initiate and Appos. S-Read. Read instantly kills enemies below 5% life. This does not work on bosses or players. Enabled. Bone spear. 4. Bone. Light. Sever. 4. Darkness. Light. 4. Darkness. Essence cost. Sever. 4. Blood surge. 4. Blood. Essence cost. 30. Abilities. Blood surge.
Right, so I'm going to use Sever, and I'm going to put some points into Blood Surge.
Rank 5/5. Enhanced blood surge. Blood surge heals you for 3.0% of your maximum life 1 when drawing blood from enemies. If 4 or more, enhanced paranormal blood surge. If an enemy is damaged by blood surge and Appos, S-Nova while you are healthy, then gain 1 stack of overwhelming blood. When you have 5 stacks of overwhelming blood, your next blood surge overpowers. You may only select one up. Supernatural blight. You and your minions deal 20%. Supernatural blood surge. Each time an enemy is hit by blood surge and Appos, S-Nova, you are fortified for 1% of your maximum life 1. While you have fortified for over 50% of your maximum life, blood surge deals 30% X. Increased damage. You may only select one upgrade. Supernatural blood surge.
I'll just
Each time an
write
enemy is hit by
that.
blood surge and Appos, S-Nova, Q flat, imperfectly balanced. Your core skills cost 3% X. Paranormal bloodlands. While enhanced bloodlands. Basic skills deal damage and are always available. Bone splinters. Basic. Bone splinters. Rank 2. Bones enabled. Blood mist. Macabre. Blood. Bone spirit. Bone prison. Quartz explosion. Quartz tendril. Quartz explosion. Bone prison. Quartz tendrils. Quartz abilities. Quartz tendrils. Quartz. Perfect. Enabled. Bloodlands. 4. Blood. Essence cost. Blood. Sever. Light. Bone spear. 4. Blood mist. Macabre abilities. Coalesce blood. You deal 6% X. Increased damage while healthy. Not yet learned. Healthy characters have brain vitality. Lucky hit. Hitting enemies with blood skills has up to it. Bone prison. Macabre. Grim harvest. Quartz and dam. Macabre skills control the battle. Quartz explosion. Quartz. Perfect. Quartz explosion. Rank. Quartz and blood mist. Macabre. Necrotic fortitude. Lucky hit. Up to a 5% chance to grant yourself. Titan and Appos. S-Fall. You deal 6% X. Increased damage to elites. Not yet learned. Bottom match. Quartz and dam. Macabre skills control the battle. Skeletal warrior mastery. Increase the damage and life of your skeletal warriors by 50. Skeletal warrior mastery. Skeletal warrior mastery. Rank 2/3. Skeletal warrior mastery. Enabled. Bone light. 4. Bone prison. Quartz explosion. Quartz tendrils. Quartz abilities. Quartz tendrils. Quartz. Profane. Cooldown 11 seconds. Lucky hit chance 30%. Veins burst out of the quartz. Quartz tendril. Gruesome ending. Gruesome ending. You receive times of blood. Your blood skills deal 5% X. Bone prison. Macabre. Skeletal warrior mastery. Rank 1/3. Skeletal warrior skeletal spiked armor. Gain 2 thorns. 5% X armor and 10% plus block chance. Not yet learned. Spiked armor. Rank
Put that on.
30s.
Right. So I put on the Skeletal Mastery just to have my minions do a bit more damage. Put on Blood Surge so that I can have a bit more damage.
Select difficulty. Bottom action button. Guard buzzer.
The general philosophy
How fares the city talk?
The new militia.
for a lot of the builds are your core. You have like one build or one option
Help. Follow.
that does a lot of damage.
Thanks. Bye. Cheer. Thanks. Cheer. Lazy spirits. Cheer. Call of the blessed. Bottom action button. Interact. Select difficulty. Bottom action button. Interact. Barboza. Barboza. And quad. I encourage recruits.
Thanks.
Lazy spirits. Speak with guard. Quest. Select difficulty. Select difficulty. Expert. The whole map. Difficulty change. Changing your difficulty. Select difficulty. Bottom action button. Interact. Select difficulty. Bottom action button. Barboza. Bottom action button.
Okay, so we just bumped it up to expert. Just have a bit more XP when we kill stuff.
East Gate House.
Now we're heading out. I'm just gonna go kill some random stuff.
Wait. Replicate. Restone. Replicate them. Replicate them. Replicate them. 70%.
Boom, immediate level up. Boom. Right. And then we'll release some skeletons.
91%. 39%. Replicate them. Life 100%. Living. 70%. Essence 100%. Essence 42%.
There we go, another level up.
Essence 63%. Character abilities. Left shoulder button. Titan Adaptos, S-Fall. Wild Necrotic Fortitude. Lucky Hit. Titan Adaptos, S-Fall. Dreadful Blood Mist. You gain 15 Blood Mist. Enhanced Ghastly Dreadful Blood Mist. You may only select one upgrade. Bone Prison. Dreadful Blinded Corpse Tendrils. Corpse Tendrils has a 35% enhanced and Plague Corpse Tendrils. And Gruesome Mending. US block. Spend 5 more skill points to enable this connection. Gruesome Mending. You receive 10% plus more healing from all sources. Not Ghastly Bone Prison. Casting Bone
I'm
Prison.
just gonna put
Macabre. Corpse and Damned. Macabre skills control the battle. Titan Adaptos, S-Fall. Wild Corpse Blood Mist. Macabre. Enhanced Sever. 4. Dreadful Blood Mist. You gain 15% plus critical strike. You may only select one upgrade. Not Blood Mist. Macabre. Necrotic Fortitude. Titan Adaptos, S-Fall.
I'm just trying to get
1/3. Spike Armor. Skeletal Warrior Mastery. Rank 1/3. Spike Armor. Rank 3/3. Gain 6 thorns, 15% X armor, and 10% plus block chance. Left action button. Essence 100%.
Okay, so I just put my points into spiked armor, so I get some thorns, which my minions get thorns, so that's just thorns. And then we have some armor.
70%.
The nice thing I like about Reap is that your attack speed translates to the minions.
Kerma Adaptos, S-Sparks. Magic Boss Power. Assign Kerma Adaptos, S-Sparks. Kerma Adaptos. Outlaw Sharpshooter Adaptos. Hatred Adaptos, S-Embrace Flesh Reaper Adaptos, S-Disrupt. Outlaw Sharpshooter Adaptos. Sign Rat Adaptos, S-Flames. Magic Boss Power. Kerma. Flesh Reaper Adaptos, S-Disruption. Magic Boss Power. Rank 1/20. Main. Damaging a vulnerable enemy removes the vulnerable and then stuns them surrounding enemies for 0.50 seconds. Sign Rat Adaptos, Sturg Adaptos, S-Toxins. Magic Boss Power. Assign Sturg Adaptos, S-Sturg Adaptos, S-Rage. Magic Boss Power. Sturg Adaptos, Elegant Adaptos, S-Tout. Beast in the Eyes Adaptos, S-Sleep. River Adaptos, S-Lord Adaptos, Varshan Adaptos, S-Earvar Adaptos, Ashava Adaptos, Avers Adaptos, S-Explosive War. Rare Boss Power. Assign Avers Adaptos, S-Explosive War. Avers Adaptos, Ashava Adaptos, S-Poison Breath. Rare Boss Power. Rank 1/. Wandering Death Adaptos, S-Chest Beam. Avers. Assign Wandering Death Adaptos, S-Chest Beam. Assign Wandering Death Adaptos, Kerma Adaptos, S-Sparks. Wandering Death Adaptos, Avers Adaptos, S. Kerma Adaptos, S-Sparks. Wandering Death Adaptos, S-Chest. Avers Adaptos, S-Explosive War. Rare Boss. Kerma Adaptos, S. Wandering Death Adaptos, S-Chest Beam. Avers Adaptos, S-Explosive War. Rare Boss. Wandering Death Adaptos, Kerma Adaptos, S-Sparks. Kerma Adaptos, S-Sparks. Wandering Death Adaptos, Avers Adaptos, S-Explosive War. Wandering Death Adaptos, S-Avers Adaptos, Kerma Adaptos, S-Sparks. Magic Boss Power. Outlaw Sharpshooter Adaptos, Hatred Adaptos, Flesh Reaper Adaptos, S-Disrupt. Blackmailer Adaptos, S-Sabotage. Beastmaster Adaptos, S. Kerma Adaptos, Outlaw Sign Sturg Adaptos, S-Toxins. Sign Rat Adaptos, Assign Sturg Adaptos, S-Tox. Assign Sturg Adaptos, Assign Sturg Adaptos, Kerma Adaptos, S-Sparks. Sturg Adaptos, S-Toxins. Magic Boss Power. Kerma Adaptos, S. Wandering Death Adaptos, Avers Adaptos, S-Explosive, Essence 1,
Okay.
0%.
So we just put on some boss powers that I had left over from my other character, but figured why not.
Bottom action button. Interact. Essence 41%.
Anyway, the general idea for a lot of builds and leveling especially is you want skills and synergies that clear packs of enemies. You're not worried about like single target boss killing or elite killing. Because most of your time playing while leveling specifically is going to be in big crowds, in Helltide specifically. So, you know, the idea that, you know, I need like, you know, big single target damage, like no you don't. You
Bottom action button. Interact.
generally, as long as, like if you want to do single target stuff, then great, but it needs to be like fast, right? So if you look at the leveling builds for a lot of different classes, it's built around, you know, giant AoE destruction, right? Lightning Storm for the Druid. For Necromancer, we have Blood Surge. For Barbarian, it's Whirlwind. I know, like, for Rogue, it's Flurry or Barrage, generally speaking. Like this, like we're just in expert difficulty with just some minions, and you know we're going through some stuff pretty quickly here as far as like. Now of course you know you can go way faster, you can do other things, but generally as a blind person this is what we gotta do, right? You know, just go out and kill stuff and you level up. This goes by a lot quicker when you start incorporating things like elixirs and incense, and on top of that like party ups. So the most amount of XP a blind person can achieve realistically is a incense and an elixir and party up. And ideally, this is what I do, is I set the Tree of Whispers as my favorited waypoint. So that way, when I find random parties and join random parties, I can easily get out of combat, run over, well, teleport over, and drop off the Whisper completion, and then immediately teleport back into the teammate, or where the teammates are. This makes it so much more faster and more efficient, to the point where I played for like an hour or 2 hours this morning, and I turned in like so many like whispers and the dailies and whatever else, to where I gained like 10 levels in like maybe an hour and a half, right? If that. But you see the idea is like, if you like for Necromancer, if you want your minions can handle elites for the most part. Yeah, it's not the greatest example, but I figured this would be kind of interesting, maybe a little helpful for some people. Once I get a few more levels and a few more skill point allocations, I'll like describe more in depth like what I'm thinking as I'm leveling. Right now it's really just wandering around here killing random things.
Essence 21%. Container. Essence 0%. Ice Clan Mower. Ice Clan Killer. 28%. Essence 59%. Black Magic. Essence 90%. Black 79%. Black Magic 2%. Ice Clan Mower. Essence 14%. Ice Clan Killer. 34%. Ice Clan Mower. Ice Clan Killer. Blue. Essence 54%. Essence 1%. Ice Display. New. Essence 22%. Charger. Vigorous Helm. Herb Cash. Vigorous Helm. Soul and Apples. S Bulwark. High Tunic. Essence 42%. Riptor and Apples. S Love. Charger. Left. Vigorous Riptor and Apples. High Tunic. Chest. Essence 62%. Glory Display. Side quests. Glory Display. Objective. Bring the warrior Nappos. S chain to the bear tribe refuge. I found the warrior Nappos. S. Left shoulder button. Side quest. Glory Display. Bring
Yes.
waypoint. Bear tribe. Stash. Heal. Waypoint. Bear tribe refuge.
Guess I'll just turn this in because I'm here. Why not, right? Just an extra little quest for some renown, I suppose. Or maybe a little bit of materials.
Open. Button action button. Interact. Open. Button action button.
I can take
Interact.
the cold outside.
Chair. Button action button. Sit down.
It's quiet.
Open. Button action button. Interact. Left shoulder button. Right shoulder button. Waypoint. Stash. Heal. Armor vendor. Blacksmith. Button action button. Travel. Side quest. Glory display. Breathy. Synapse. Button action button. End quad. I found this at the side of it. End quad. Why has the bear tribe? Quest complete. Glory display. 60 XP.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little bit of XP.
High gloves. Glove. Herb cash. Short sword.
I mean,
Vigorous short sword. Magic. Simple side. Side. High tunic. Chest.
got a bit of an item out of here and some herbs. We'll take it.
Open.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause here or cut it, and we'll get some levels, and we'll walk through the actual skill tree and how to navigate and other stuff like that. All right, so I went through and leveled up a little bit more. I think I'm level 10, level 11, so it's a few more skill points to work with. So far, right now, what we're working with is Reap as my basic, just so I like getting the extra attack speed whenever I kill something really quick. Plus, I like playing a melee mancer. I don't like doing the sit back and projectile stuff. It's not a big deal. But on Blood Surge. Blood Surge is doing very good as far as these AoE, big crowd clear, right? And then I'm relying on my skeletal warriors to be single targets. Generally, of course, we'll throw in my Blood Surges and Reaps and whatever, but generally, Scaling Boys are there to single target elites and mobs, or elites and bosses, and then I'll help, of course, and in the meantime, it's them between me and blood surging people, essentially. But we have a few more skill points. So we have... So the last ones we did... So last ones we did was spiked armor, so I have actual percentage armor and thorns and stuff like that. But now we're putting on Skeletal Warrior Mastery, so my Skelly Boys last longer and they do more damage. So the next we have... Where is it? Course Tendrils.
Quartz tendrils, quartz, profane, enhanced quartz tendrils, enemies lore, bruise, skeletal mage mastery, skeletal mage mastery, rank, brain, bone prison, macabre, transfusion, lucky hit, your blood skills have up to a 3% chance, ghastly bone prison, casting, enhanced bone prison, rifle bone prison, reduce your active, spiked armor, rank 3/3, gain 8 thorns, 15% X armor, quartz and dam, macabre skills control, bone prison, macabre.
Yes, I can't.
Macabre, blood, fist, necrotic fortitude, blood mist, sever, gore, darkness, enhanced sever, gore, enhanced sever, gore, ghastly blood mist, enhanced blood mist, sever, gore, enhanced iron maiden, death and Appos, S embrace, enhanced iron maiden. Death and Appos, S embrace. Death and Appos, S embrace. Rank 1/3. Close enemies take 2% X. Death and Appos, S embrace. Rank 3/3. Close enemies take 6% X. More damage from you and deal 12% less damage to you. Left action button.
There you go, I'll just put them in there.
Death and Appos, S approach. Death and Appos, S approach. Rank 3/3. You gain 15. Death and Appos enabled. Quartz tendrils. Quartz. Abilities. Quartz tendrils. Rank 3. Rank 1/5. Quartz. Gruesome. Quartz tendrils. Rank. Enhanced quartz tendrils. Enhanced quartz tendrils. Enemies who are in range of quartz tendrils are slowed by 50% before being played quartz tendrils. Enemies damaged by quartz tendrils are made vulnerable for 3 seconds. You may only select played quartz tendrils.
Okay, so now we have a little bit of expansion here. So now, on top of, my Blood Surge is an AoE, my Scaly Boys are doing single target. Now, my Corpse Tendrils, which I just put on, will make enemies vulnerable, so that's a big multiplier. Also grouping them in, making it easier to AoE down enemies or single targets. And then I put on the passive that made it so, you know, I do a bit more damage to close targets, but they do way less damage to me. So more toughness, more survivability. So all in all, this build generally focuses on pull everything together with Corpse Sigils and nuke it all down with the minions and my Blood Surge. This is the general idea you're looking at for at least the way I play the Necromancer, right? And of course, everyone has different preferences and what they want to do, but this is what I'm doing. My thought process is. I don't have any legendary powers or anything else, but you know, once we get legendary powers, we can sort through that better. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully, it was helpful in some way. Hopefully, the background fan wasn't too loud, but yeah, it's really hot over here. I think I'm planning on doing a Thunderbolts review. I just walked out of it with my brother. We watched it. Just spoilers. I thought it was really good. I loved it. Great movie. And then Wolfman from 2025, actually. Pretty solid movie too. I mean, you know, I'll probably go more in depth if people want to know about it, but yeah, dude, Thunderbolts and Wolfman. Watch them both. Pretty good. Thanks again for watching. See you guys in the next video.